please on the dais with a bouquet of flowers. To start with, our Honorable DG Madam. Shri Vikas Gupta. And Komarov Amit Dasto. Thank you, sir. This Tech Connect event today is coordinated by our respected director, Dr. C. Ananta Ramakrishnan, the first Rashtriya Vigyan Shri Purashkar awardee in agricultural sciences. We now request Dr. Ananta Ramakrishnan to kindly welcome the gathering and provide a glimpse of the Tech Connect event.
And doing this type of technology transfers as headquarters. There are two reasons. One is that we used to do such type of technology transfers. I'm going to give that how many technology transfers happened this single year. But we are getting the most of the clients from the southern India. But we wanted to make it our presence throughout the country. Our technologies are first in the globe, first in the country. So we want more clients from throughout the country. So we'll get more visibility. Mahesh told me, sir, you make a 1 minute video about this rice. Yesterday, I took something and I posted today. Morning he said, sir, it's become more viral today. Everywhere people are asking about that. That's what the first reason to do it at headquarters in New Delhi. Second reason is, Mr. Amit, we have a lot of different opinions about technology transfers. But one point of time, we wanted to do a lot of technology transfer. Only thing that agreement. And Madam intervened, sorted out. After that, we have never looked back. Every 3 months, we are continuously doing the technology transfers. Today, with the support of NRDC, not only technology transfers, they are supporting the funding for our entrepreneurs. That's what's happening today. That's what we wanted to do it at headquarters to make it NRDC and CSIR how we are moving on to this arena. That's what today's program. Madam, we know that leader can make the quick decisions, quick implementation. They are the one leader. The young age is become a Tata Consumer Product global head. I used to think, congratulations, because I used to think I'm the quickest decision maker. Mostly I take maximum any decisions, not more than 10 hours. But he used to take the decisions 5 minutes. Can you imagine? This rice project, I called him and I told I wanted to invite someone from the Tata Sons. Can you arrange that? That's what my call. He said, you have already connections. Amit has come, Tata Sons Vice President. You talk to Amit, he will arrange it. The idea is to invite the Tata Chairman to today's function. That's what I try to reach Vikas. Just after 5 minutes, he called me back. Sir, I wanted to take it to the rice technology. 5 minutes, he took the decision. Thank you so much, Vikas.
Join us on stage.
I used to always tease, especially if at all a circular is given by our vigilance officer to take the pledge. The auditorium will be full. So I will say whenever I want to fill up the auditorium, the OM should go through vigilance officer. But now, the same effect NIST is able to make it. Because NIST is famous to make this kind of an effort, even in Northeast. Therefore, in the headquarters, it is a cakewalk for you. So congratulations to NIST for all the technology transfers that are happening in CSIR headquarters. Friends, I'll tell you one thing from the bottom of my heart. In every meeting, every possible meeting, not in every meeting, every possible meeting, I used to recall one word, which is the line of comparison
with the performance of CSIR vis-a-vis the other ministry. I will say, if you just take the case of ISRO, every month the secretary is proudly telling, we are going to launch a satellite. Each month they will be launching a satellite and he will be proudly telling that, so madam, you should come, we are launching the satellite. And when I go to moth related activities, especially with CRRI, then these moth people will say every day, they say that we are building a 30 to 45 kilometer length of road in the country in one sector or the other. So every day they have a target 30 to 45 kilometers of road. And railway, they say our number is not 30 to 40, but 15 to 20 kilometers of rails are being constructed, a railway line I am talking about, every day. So like every ministry is coming up with some kind of a number. Somebody says in terms of per day, somebody says in terms of per month. Therefore, my pressure goes up. So I don't require any low sodium salt. I require only technology transfers to happen every month. And therefore, I can also proudly lift my collar up and say that from CSIR, every month we are coming up with a kind of a TOT Mela, TOT festival. Like the way you said, it's a day of festival. It's a TOT festival that is happening. Because they have traveled all the way from Trivandrum not only to just give one technology or two technologies to one client. Here, number of things are there. Actually, people should understand. First thing, I wish to congratulate Dr. Ananta Ramakrishna. Appreciations a ton to you. Because every time, whenever he was inviting me to his laboratory, ruthlessly, mercilessly, I'll be going on throwing challenges. Not only challenges, I'll give him timeline also. I say you should do this within this timeline. And every time he kept up his promise, and every time he was able to give me one kind of a performance indicator. So that's why on the other day also I said, I thought that 100 is the maximum percentage. Now I learned that 1000 is also a percentage. 1000%, 300%, 600%. Who can make all these percentages possible? Miss can make all these percentages possible. Because they are able to take up this kind of R&D innovation with a kind of a determination to take it to the market. And this is where NIST is coming up with a number of success stories almost every month or once in 2 months. And when we just talk about today, a lot of technologies. So we as Indians, as soon as we get up, coffee is the first thing. Just to have a good beginning, how to have a good beginning for a day, it starts with a cup of coffee. But Ananta, you will be surprised, last week only I just made one announcement in my office. From today onwards, I'm not going to take any coffee, no tea. I take only milk. But today, after listening to your presentation, I wanted to be a supporter of your technology. Therefore, I will withdraw my promise. I will start my coffee again. Because there is a technology in coffee, at least for another 1 month or maybe 2 months or 6 months. I will adore the coffee. Thanks for helping me to withdraw my promise through your technology. And this coffee technology, I just told him at least 2-3 times. I had a lot of discussion with him. He's the one who really taught me how this foam is getting formed, how it could be made stable, what is bond angle, what is the bond strength, and what is the temperature at which it could be formed, and what are the different techniques by means of which this foam could be formed, and how to make it stable. All the science, the deep tech science I learned from him. And today he has demonstrated it, and hearty congratulations and real hats off to you, Ananta. Ananta has been given one Tata Information Award just 2 years back, and he was given 2 crore, and some well-wishers started thinking, oh, 2 crore the director got. He did not even touch it. He wrote it, he gave it as a promising mail, and he has given it as a kind of a declaration. I will not even touch even 1 rupee from that. The 2 crore will go as a project money to my institute, and my institute will use that money for research. And today he is proudly releasing technologies using the 2 crore fund. And therefore, this is a fantastic testament. And therefore, well-wishers, please don't write that he has taken the money. He has never even looked at the money. The money is plowed back to the institute, and now today he is coming up with a kind of a success story. And the rice is having not one component or two components to admire and adore, but it has multiple components. He is telling it is low GI, and it is telling it is rich with minerals. When we talk about minerals, he is talking about iron, folic acid, multinutrients, micronutrients, all these things he is talking about. And above all, he is talking about it is a protein-rich rice. We Indians, once upon a time, we never had enough thought process, enough awareness, enough learning about the benefits of protein in our food habit. But now our awareness is on protein is really increasing, and this is the apt time you are introducing this protein-rich rice in the market. And I need not appreciate Tata Consumer Product because they are the real heroes in the market, and you know when to introduce the product and when to float it in the market also. So hearty congratulations to Tata Consumer Product. And actually I am totally impressed by the way you just recalled your journey. He was telling that when he was a postgraduate student in CFTRA, he was in some committee and he was doing some kind of a service, and this is how he was get. At least Amit Rastogi was having the front row to get seated, whereas he was not getting even the front row to get seated. He was just doing some service there, moving around in the front row. At that point of time, the DG, the then DG, Mashirkar ji, was talking. And as usual, who else could not be impressed by Dr. Mashirkar? So when he was listening to Mashirkar, then he thought that, wow, CSR is one great organization. In some form or the other, I should also get connected. But the world or the nature, Mother Nature, always listens to our real and the hardcore interest. And after 25 years, when this century has completed the first quarter, he is now coming back to CSIR, not as a person who is wandering or roaming here and there to do some kind of a service, as a great hero on the stage. And this is the greatest thing that science and technology can pay to any student and every student. And then comes our Amit Rastogi ji. Many times I used to tell people, so you will be sitting here, you may think that the distance is very short, very small, but it will take several years for you to reach from here to here. For him, even at this age, he has taken 2.5 to 3 years to reach this stage. But Amit Rastogi ji, now only your golden period starts. Because you have now understood the mantra, you understood the secret behind the success of technology transfers, and your journey with CSIR started with a great initiative, and I think you will gain momentum, not slowly, very fast. And I wish you all the very best. And coming to again this, so they talked about coffee, they talked about rice. Next comes the very important salt. So salt, again, I have to thank Tata Consumer Product, because he said that already they are working with 6 different laboratories. He is very happy with all the laboratories, but NIST is only making him to feel like the happiest person. And because of the timeline, because of the kind of a quality, the specification, and the kind of a success story within which they both are all the time celebrating the success together. Today only I came to know they both are Guru and Shishya. I never knew that one. But it is a nice combination what a Guru and Shishya can do to the society. This is the maximum that you can do to the society. I wish this combination all the very best. Please continue your relationship with your Guru. And both of you should travel together so that we will get more ECF, more technology, and CSIR will become rich and richer. And therefore, I wish this should continue forever. Now, apart from this food habits, he was telling from Tamil Nadu, 2 young ladies, Shruti and Shweta. They have also decided to take up this particular rice and other important technologies. And I could see people from Hyderabad, Surat, and also from Vadodara. So I think Pan-India representation is here for this technology transfer. And NIST is always keeping the bar very high so that others, first they should feel jealous. Then they should come near and try to understand what it is. Then slowly they will also feel like doing it. Finally, they have to compete with them because NIST knows that many people are watching them. So thank you for giving this kind of a positive pressure. And other laboratory, thanks for all the laboratory directors who have traveled all the way from Chennai, because you have another very important business. But anyway, you made it for this event also. Thank you so very much. So not only the directors, but also the headquarters HODs. I think, Biba, there is a seat which is waiting for you for longer time. Why are you standing? You should be an outstanding scientist, but you can sit and listen also. But no, what I want to say is, NIST is one such particular laboratory which is able to touch upon not only the food products, which is the core expertise of the leader. One point all of us can adore from Ananta Ramakrishnan is, even after he assumed the charge of the director of an interdisciplinary research institute, he continued his research, not only the passion, but the actual research and the efforts, accepted the challenges, and he was able to crack very many important challenges, and finally he is coming up with the technology transfer. And I would call it as a one-man show. Party, congratulations to you. Of course, you will have your team, but you lead it by keeping yourself as an example. And you can also give me an opportunity to praise more than the way I am praising Ananta Ramakrishna today. So coming to the other products, I am really happy because a bouquet of technology transfers happened today. So now who is going to really take this auditorium and come up with the technology transfer in the month of March? So like that, every month, I will also say that this Bhatnagar auditorium will come up with a kind of a TOT Mela, TOT festival. So this is going to be an activity from 2026, and therefore I look forward support from all the directors. So Tanika, you are here, you can also try for March, and also you just motivate other directors. From today onwards, from this month onwards, we can make it as a monthly activity. Every month in this auditorium, one lab or the other laboratory should come up with, sometimes even 2-3 laboratories together also, they have to come up with a kind of a technology transfer, by means of which we can make not only the capital to feel good about CSIR, but also the globe also to get more and more awareness in the name of CSIR technologies getting released from the national headquarters. So with these few words, I am today really finding very hard to find the right word to appreciate Dr. Ananta and his entire team from NIST Thiruvananthapuram, because even this India International Science Festival, within 43 days they made, it is a record time, they made it as an ever memorable India International Science Festival in Northeast. By sitting in Trivandrum, the event is happening in Northeast, I am sitting in Delhi, therefore they were able to connect all the 3 dots on the same line, and it was a grand success. So these are few examples that how a lab that is there in the southernmost corner of the country can make the country to feel proud in the global map of science and technology. So today you helped CSIR to get a very important point as an iconic point in the global S&T landscape and the map, and therefore my hearty congratulations to you and Commodore Rastogi ji. Now your golden period already started, so talk to as many directors as possible, impress upon the directors. You already said one point here, it is not only matchmaking that you are doing, but also you are trying to handhold the entrepreneurs as well as the startups or MSMEs for their funding support also. Because NRDC is also here, and my good friends from press and media, thank you so very much for all your supports. Dr. Ananta is typically flying, I see him flying for the second time. Only the day on which Honorable Prime Minister inaugurated his important activity, he was typically flying, and today I'm just looking at him. Today also he is little excited. It's just because the kind of recognition and visibility that he gained out of that 1-minute video or the movie. I do not know how many CSIR people you watched it, so I'm encouraging you, motivating you, please watch it, share your comments. I'm not going to ask you share, subscribe, all these things I am not going to ask, but at least you just view and try to feel as good as possible as a CSIR family member. With these few words, thank you so very much. Nishi, You are always thanked from the bottom of my heart, because you are taking all the technology landscapes along with your director, and therefore take NIST to greater heights, because you have great performers and a unique leader. Thank you so very much for your patience. I wish many more succeeders in this. God bless.